All right, good morning, everybody. I got 7 o'clock. We're going to get started with the operational briefing for the Fawn fire. My name is Chris Birch, the Plan Section Chief for CAL FIRE IMT 4. If you guys could please silence your electronic devices, cell phones, radios, and pagers, we'll get started with a current situation.
Good morning, Brian Jabalisco, Night Ops. Branch 1, crews continue to mop up and patrol around the fire perimeter, and fire suppression repair continues. Same story for Branch 5. Crews continue to mop up and patrol around the fire perimeter, and fire suppression repairs continues. End of report.
All right, if everybody will turn to page 1 in their IEP, that is where your incident objectives are, the management and control objectives. They remain unchanged. Next up is weather.
Good morning, everyone. Julie Malingowski. I'm at trainee. Last night, we had the cold front move through, bringing some moisture to the area, to the fire area. We got a couple hundredths of an inch of rain, and overnight we had great recoveries, relative humidity 90 to 100% over the fire. So today, the winds have shifted to the north this morning. They're pretty light this morning. We are expecting those north winds to increase today, sustained about 10 miles an hour today. The period of concern is going to be tonight. Once the sun goes down tonight, around that later in the evening time period, around 2300, we're expecting winds to start picking up out of the north. So we're expecting sustained winds, 10 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour developing late tonight and through tomorrow morning. Temperatures today, we are expecting temperatures to be in the mid to upper 60s, and then lows tonight in the 50s with those winds increasing. So end of report. Thanks.
Good morning, Jonathan Pangburn, Fire Behavior Analyst with Team 4. Fuels are still critical, so we got a little bit of wetting rain. Your 1 hours and your 10 hours got dampened down a little bit. Fire activity, not necessarily very active with the increase in humidity, but it is going to start to dry out. However, the larger fuels, your hundreds and your thousands, did not get impacted by this wetting that is occurring or was occurring, and the humidity that we're still experiencing. It's going to eventually dry out a little bit and maybe get to about 40% probability of ignition for your fines, but the heavies are completely available. So any heat that you find out there, whether it's close to the line, potentially over the line, make sure you're hopping on that really quickly before these winds surface, because there is still potential out there. Thank you.
Good morning, Cooperators Shea, Resource Unit Leader with Team 4 with your line leadership lineup. For Branch 1, Branch Director Kent Cunningham. Here. And Matt Barnes as his trainee. Here. For Division Alpha Bravo, be Bravo on the radio. Be Division Soup Chapman. Here. For Division Yankee, Travis Peterson. Here. For Branch 5, Branch Director Gabe Troll. Here. Division Mike Tango on the radio, be Brian Wright. For Division Whiskey Uniform, Whiskey on the radio, Arthur Hernandez. Here. And for Contingency Branch, Shane Galvez. Here. And finally, with Suppression Repair, Jason Perbruco. Here. And for Group 1, be Kevin Mancebo. Here. And Group 5 be Scott Irvin. Here. And finally, for staging, it'll be Kelly Uppen.
Hey, good morning. Tim Perkins, Operation with CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 4. This week, we've talked about a common operating plan, safety talk about line leadership. We'd like to talk about being focused today. Yes, the fire is winding down. Yes, we got a little precipitation, but you need to remain focused as we continue to put this fire out. So today, down in Branch 1 in Yankee, we're going to continue to tactical patrol around the structures, continue to mop up, continue to pull the hose, and as we move towards the goal of repopulation, integrate with those residents in the coming operational future. Up in Division Alpha, continue to tactical patrol all through that easement, the power line easement, pull hose where necessary, and as you move up to the top in Division Bravo, we've opened up the quarry yesterday. They've got a lot of heavy equipment up there. There's a lot of movement. So please work with the foreman up there as you work up into Bravo for Steve Chapman. Also on the backside of Bravo, as you move towards the dozer line, continue to pull hose and mop up down towards the alley cove. Moving across the top up in Branch 5, Division Mike, Tango, continue to also mop up through that Silverthorne area, tactical patrol, look for any hot spots, pull hose where necessary. As you come down towards the bottom of Whiskey Union, it'll be Whiskey on the radio. A lot of opportunity to still work in behind the structures. Continue to tactical patrol that area as well. And also the goal is we repop in the future that area. And a report.
Good morning, Todd Horton, Incident Management Team 4 Safety. Excuse me. As you guys heard, FBAN and the weather, things have changed. The hazards remain the same. Fire weakened trees are going to test every area that the fires burn through with intensity, so we need to keep a heads up for that. We'll back FBAN up on that. Turn to page 14 in your IAP, and these are topics that are extremely important. We don't just print these for you guys to read at lunchtime. Talk these over with people who don't understand them. Make sure that that leadership is passed down, understanding that these are printed. Either somebody's paid the ultimate price for these or has been injured severely. That's why we put those in there for you guys to think about. Driving is at the top again on this two-part IAP. Driving is always an issue. We're getting more increased traffic out there with multiple agencies trying to coordinate repairing. Everybody wants their stuff done first, right? Or everybody trying to stay out of everybody's way. Narrow roads, very steep drop-offs. Drive slow. Drive respectfully. Respect one another out there. We don't need any wrecks or turnovers. And it's Team 4's expectation that everybody here gets a briefing. Everybody on the line gets a briefing. Everybody that is with somebody that you guys brought gets a briefing. Pass that down. Make sure it's understood. And leadership starts with each of us, okay? We have to pass that down and be leaders. Remember that being safe means being responsible. And Team 4 asks that you guys go out today and be a leader and be responsible. Thank you.
Good morning, y'all. Greg Bradshaw, Air Operations Team 4. We will continue to operate out of Mountain Gate Helibase. To assist you in meeting your operational needs, today we have 4 Type 1 helicopters, 2 Type 2, and 2 Type 3. Additionally, the California National Guard continues to support us with a 24-hour medevac ship out of Redding. Clear skies, full hearts. Hold the line.
Good morning, Mike Heffron, Commune Leader, Incident Management Team 4. Please turn to page 17 of your IAP. With the folding of some divisions, you guys might find yourself on a different tack this morning, so make sure that you review that in your division breakouts and on your 204. There is no new clone today. The latest clone is once again Fawn V2. Make sure you guys have that. If you don't, there is cloning available over there. Tomorrow will be the last day for radio repair drop-off, so make sure your crews are aware and you get any needs into our radio text. Thank you. Have a good shift.
Good morning, Steve McGarry, Medical Unit Leader, CAL FIRE Team 4. The medical plan can be found on page 18. A couple of changes, just to mention, we still do have CalMat here in camp for any of your medical needs and supplies. They have a medical doctor there for you guys. MERT's also still here for CDCR, our partners. One change to mention is that the guard ship radio identifier is going to be 873, so that's a change. On box 8, it's really important that you guys gather that information, pass it up the chain of command, and so we can get you the closest available resource. I do have laminated cards with that information backed by IEPs. If they're all gone, I have extra. Come see me after the briefing. Thank you.
A couple things. The Cooperators Meeting, if you're a cooperator here on the incident, we do have a meeting at 10 a.m. in the Trinity Hall. If you're a trainee, please check in with the training specialist over in Shasta Hall. That will help expedite your demob. We are demobbing resources. We started yesterday. If you're on the demob plan, look at the time that's associated with your resource and show up to demob at that time. Don't show up later. Show up at that time. Closing comments from the IC.
Hey, good morning. Darrell Laws, Deputy IC for Team 4. So a couple things. If you're on a 12-hour shift, you're going to get the Same kind of message as yesterday. Two things: community. There's some repopulation happening. It happened yesterday. It's going to happen more today. And when you're out and about out there and you're seeing those folks come back into their properties, back into their homes, look around, help out where you can. Maybe just provide some information to them and make sure they're in a good spot while we're working out there. And I'm sure they want to thank you and because of all your hard work. We're only 7 days into this fire. This is the 7th day. Started on a Wednesday night. So good job. I mean, you really hammered this thing, and we need to put it to bed. We heard weather talk about northeast winds coming up. I need you to be vigilant. Vigilance is the word today. Make sure that we've got our eyes up. We're looking around. Anything that stands up today, even looks like it's going to stand up, we need to go get it. We need to smash it and put it out. And I know you will. Just a quick kudos to 2381 Charlie. This morning there was a fire off Knighton Road, and they spun around, went out there, and took action on it. I just want to thank you, and thank you from the Shasta Trinity unit for helping out. Last is, hey, have a good shift today and hold the line. Thank you very much.
All right, if you're an unassigned resource, you're not in the IEP, please check the DMOB list first. If you are an unassigned resource, tie it with Kobe resources over here where you picked up your IEPs. The division breakouts are posted around the trees. Everybody have a good shift. Thank you.